We've got the Kia Sportage Plug-in Hybrid, and you're not going to believe the value it offers.
Spoiler alert, home run. Nice and smooth, Andrea. It's all about the fuel efficiency with this one.
Nice.
Now,
plenty of power.
Yeah, the gas engine did come on because we've been doing a lot of driving, and we'll talk about the range in just a second. But what is under the hood of this PHEV?
A 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission, a combined 261 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive, and it gets 55 kilometers, 34 miles of EV range. This has got a 13.8 kilowatt-hour battery.
So you probably heard there and went, a what? Yeah, that's right. No CVT.
Nope.
A 6-speed automatic transmission. Another reason why I really like this car. So 99 times out of 100, they give us the top model.
Yeah.
This is that 1% where they give us the base model. And I think they did that for a reason, because this thing comes with so much stuff. Let's get into it with our key standard features.
There are 2 trims in Canada and 2 in the US. The base trim comes with a 12.3-inch touchscreen with navigation, a 4.2-inch instrument cluster, wired Apple Carplay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, heated and ventilated front seats, quilted leatherette upholstery, power driver and passenger seat, driver's seat memory, a heated steering wheel, a panoramic sunroof, heated rear seats, and a power liftgate. In the US, the following features are not available on the base trim: a power passenger seat, driver's seat memory, ventilated front seats, and a heated steering wheel. You'll have to move up to the top trim to get those features.
Oh, Andrea. This is a great combination of tech and buttons, drive modes, all kinds of stuff. What are we going to put it in?
You got to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the Couple Car Review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you like and subscribe, but most important, hit that notification bell. Also follow on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to get a sneak peek behind the scenes. For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button. Smash that too. This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit canadadrives.ca to learn more. So in the spring, we drove the regular gas Sportage, check, like that one. Hybrid, check, big check mark, and now we're driving this one. Do you like this one as much as the others?
Well, I'm a big fan of plug-in hybrids because the way I drive, I do just a few kilometers a day, mostly city driving, and I can really have a clean drive every day with 55 kilometers, 34 miles of range. This handles really well. The steering is not too heavy. I think it will appeal to a lot of people. It also is great for maneuverability in the city. It has an excellent turning radius. I'm impressed.
Now the thing is, you would expect with a plug-in or an electrified vehicle, it's going to be quiet and smooth, but when it goes back on the gas engine, sometimes that's not the case with other brands.
Yeah. They
have done a really good job at Kia, Hyundai as well, of producing a vehicle that really feels upscale even when it's driving on the hybrid system.
Kia does a really great job with insulating the cabin, so when that gas engine comes on, it just doesn't feel loud. This also comes with a heated windshield for those cold winter days.
But it doesn't come with a heat pump. We're going to get into that in our hot topic and how that's going to affect your fuel economy.
So is it comfortable? Check. Smooth? Check. Quiet cabin? Check. Everything that you want in a plug-in hybrid, and plenty of power when passing on the highway.
All right, what about the styling? Does that get a check or an X?
Well, you know what? I always get mixed reviews with the styling because of those boomerang style headlights. I like it. I think it has a really strong presence on the road. It's unique looking.
Well, this vehicle's only been out for, the gas model and the hybrid for a few short months, and I can't tell you how many have popped up around our neighborhood. Yeah. We walk the dog, I see them on the street, and I think it's a really cool looking vehicle. A lot of times I talk about fashion forward vehicles not aging well. We'll see what they do at Kia over the years, but I think this one looks modern.
This comes standard with LED headlights and 19-inch wheels. In fact, only 19-inch wheels are available on this model.
What's interesting is the rear tail lamps are not fully LED, it's a combination. The front lamps, however, all of them are LEDs.
In the US, you do get standard LED tail lamps. This comes with a temporary spare tire, and you'll also notice for a clean look that the rear has a hidden wiper.
So looking from here, I said it when we had the hybrid model recently,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that this was a Kia. I would think if you change that logo to Audi or something like that, I would totally buy into it.
This is a well-organized interior. There is a mix of hard plastic and soft materials, some piano black in here as well. I like the center console with the hard buttons. You've got your heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats there as well. And then there's something interesting that Kia has done on their models, including the EV6 and now the Sportage, is that there is a panel where you can toggle back and forth between entertainment and climate controls. Some people find this to be a challenge, that they hit climate and
You're
turning up
you're trying to turn up the radio
Yeah.
and you're turning up the heat. That's really what happens, and
Yeah.
vice versa. It takes you to take your eyes off the road. That's the only thing I don't like about it. You got to look down. Am I in heat?
Yeah.
Or I'm in entertainment? That's really what you're dealing with.
But you can also use the steering wheel buttons to control some of these features as well.
So the other Sportage models that we've driven have the full dual panel with the large digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned a moment ago, this is the base model. So the center is what they call a digital screen, but they mimic it on either side with other information. I got to tell you, Andrea, this fools me. I'm sure it's going to fool a lot of people to thinking that is the dual digital screen, but it really isn't.
It really isn't. Top trim will get you the larger 12.3-inch digital driver display, so you kind of get that dual 12.3-inch clean screen, which I really like.
Yeah,
but
that's
you're right,
what this
it fools you.
Yeah, this it looks the same to me. So they've put these elements like the Speedo on either side of it. I don't know. This is really well done for a base model car. Excellent job.
Now, for an extra $3,400, if you want some extra features, my goodness,
what
you
do you
already
get?
get a ton with the standard features. You get things like the Harman Kardon Sound System,
Yeah, I could go for that.
the larger digital driver display,
I'm happy with this.
surround view monitor,
Don't really care.
and park assist.
I kind of like that. I don't know. You know what? It's not a big jump. $3,400.
$3,400 Canadian.
I just think that what it's going to cost you extra per month on a lease or in payments, I think it's worth it just to get it maxed out. I think they brought this in as a, get people in the door price, but even if I didn't have that, I'd be very happy with this car.
Same here. And in the US, the top trim will get you the same features that we get in Canada, plus those extra features that you're missing on the base trim, like the heated steering wheel and the ventilated front seats.
So that's why I think they have done a master job at Kia Canada, equipping this with heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, the panel that looks the part, right?
Yeah.
I think that they have done a fantastic job.
Panoramic sunroof.
Yeah, you know what?
Heated rear seats. Can we go on?
I changed my mind, Andrea. The only thing I would want would be the upgraded sound system. No, I changed my mind. I'm keeping my 3400. I'm buying this model.
That's what I say. Then you throw in some rebates in Canada, and guess what? You're coming in under $40,000 Canadian.
That's a deal.
Amazing.
We'll take two.
Yes.
So throughout the year, Andrea, I always kind of think to myself, what is going to be our car of the year?
Yep.
This might be leading the pack.
Well, I think it is leading the pack for now. We don't want to give away anything yet.
There's a few others we have to drive this year.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking about is the efficiency, the price, we just went through that. The features are killer. And the other thing is, it's big. This thing is exactly what families want. They want to get as much vehicle as they can for their dollar, and this thing absolutely nails it. So plenty of room up front. How does it stack up with the competition?
Yeah, front legroom is great. The Escape does offer more front row legroom than this, and the Santa Fe, which I always say is a bit of a tweener. It's quite a large 5-seater vehicle. Moving to the second row, how's the back seat, Zach?
Well, this thing is huge. I think it has a ton of legroom. You can see me getting in. The legroom is amazing. The headroom is amazing. And then the seats go back and forth. So on a long trip, you can recline, you get an armrest, you can stretch right out. This thing is an absolute winner.
And it almost has a flat floor, just a little bump back there. I think it's going to be comfortable for passengers in the middle seat. This has got class-leading second row legroom. It's tied with the Tucson.
And then the cargo area, it's also big.
Yeah.
When you lift up the floor though, that's where you have your charger under there. And Andrew mentioned a moment ago, no spare tire. You have a tire repair kit. Not much you can do about that because of the battery and all that. But this is a big vehicle.
Overall cargo capacity keeps up with the competition. And guess what? Space behind this second row, it offers the most in this segment.
I don't know. I mean, car of the year? I don't know. It's leading the pack. There's the interesting thing is we're both waiting to drive another Kia before the year ends, and that might go to the top of the list. But right now,
Kia's killing it.
They're absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to kill this coffee right now.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
How would you rate the ride versus the Tucson? Any preference?
Well, we did the Tucson, what month is it now? 9 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea's mom lent us her brand new first one in Vancouver, plug-in, and it's so long ago I can't remember. I would guess they're going to be very close.
I think it's very close. They seem like they are similar. I mean, they have the same powertrain. The Tucson plug-in hybrid is smooth. The cabin is quiet, just like this.
Yeah, I think they both did a great job.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how noisy the cabin is. I drove a Sportage base gasoline version. It was super noisy.
Huh?
Also, I felt the headroom is small compared to the Tucson.
Well, it's interesting because when we drove the gas model in the spring, which I do clearly remember, actually we remarked about it in the video, how good it is. So if you think that's loud, go drive a RAV4 gas.
For sure. I think in this segment, the Sportage gas model actually is quiet. So we're okay with that. And then headroom, for me, it's totally fine. I'm almost 5'7", and Zach is 6 feet. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, but I have the torso of a giant. I would actually be interesting to measure my back compared to someone who's like 6'2", probably around 6'2".
Yeah.
I got no problem. I don't know. Put the seat down.
And this is exactly the same as the gas model. There's no change for headroom, so you would have the same problem if you felt that you had an issue. We put out a lot of content each week on the Motormouth YouTube channel, and it's so easy to find.
All you do is go to the YouTube search bar and type in Motormouth, the name of the channel, then the brand you're looking for. In this case, it's Kia, and all of our videos pop up. It's that easy.
When will they ever get wireless Apple CarPlay? So I just want to point out, if you get the smaller screen with Hyundai and Kia products, you do get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's the larger screen that comes with wired. Zach, take it away.
Oh, but this one does have the larger screen as standard equipment in Canada.
Yes.
So we're talking about the gas and hybrid models. The nice thing is you do get the bigger screen. Okay, so this was the way it was described to me. We met one of the product planners from Hyundai, and he said there's a bit of a battle going on between Google and Apple about who has the proprietary navigation, okay? So the smaller screens don't have onboard navigation.
Nope.
So then with the wireless Apple and Android, if you hit navigation, it's coming from your phone. The bigger screens do have onboard navigation, and they're battling about who has the proprietary first activity to get on the screen. Hyundai and Kia say it's us. Apple and Android say it's them.
Yep. Now, there are some hacks. You can go on YouTube, and there's a whole bunch of different videos about
YouTube, I love that YouTube.
I know, right? Dongles that you can purchase, different brands. They plug into USB ports. So you can do that, and you can make your vehicle a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto vehicle, as long as it comes with wired. But it's not perfect, because a lot of times with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you can use the steering wheel buttons to change your music. Most of these won't allow you to do it, but at least you get it. The RAV4 Prime for 2023 will have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So it would be nice to see Hyundai and Kia have it with the larger screen.
So that's what was explained to us. It's a battle over the navigation proprietary system. Now, other brands have figured this out.
Yeah.
Come on, Kia and Hyundai, get at it. And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
I think they've done a nice job with the new style. What a change from the Kia previous generation. How do you think it stacks up in a very crowded segment?
Well, this isn't class leading when it comes to range. The champion is still the RAV4 Prime at 68 kilometers. How many miles?
42 miles.
All right. It is, however, the class leader when it comes to price, excluding the Ford Escape plug-in, which is only front-wheel drive. If you just do all-wheel drive, clearly this is the best value. But then when you get into things like it doesn't have a heat pump, and in Canada and northern US states, you're going to want that to generate heat without having to have the gasoline engine come on. But then again, you have to look at the overall ownership of averaging down fuel economy throughout the year.
That's right. Now, we have a follower in California, and he says, look, I own this vehicle. Obviously, not having a heat pump isn't important to him because he lives in a warm climate. He's averaging 120 miles per gallon, which is amazing. We've been averaging 2.6 liters equivalent per 100 kilometers, which is pretty amazing and better than the EPA.
All right, we should also say we're recording this the last day of summer, first day of fall, perfect conditions. But back to my point, you have to look at the overall ownership experience. In the summer, you're going to get those kinds of numbers. In the spring and fall, maybe marginally less. The winter, the gas engine's going to come on more. But you have to say, what am I paying for a gasoline car for a year's worth of fuel? You'll pay a lot less with this.
What is amazing to me is that Kia has kept the price down, making affordable options for consumers. And it's not just this model, Zach. And you know, Kia really could have raised the price on this plug-in hybrid, especially in Canada, because it doesn't have to be under $45,000 Canadian to qualify for that federal rebate of $5,000 anymore. But they didn't, and I applaud them for that. Now, the other model that they have, the Kia Sorento plug-in hybrid, guess what that starts at in Canada?
I've forgotten. It's been so long since we've driven it.
Under $45,000. It is the same price as this. Now, it doesn't come with all the features that this one comes with.
Yeah, but it comes with 3 rows.
Comes with 3 rows. It's a 6-passenger SUV. There is only one trim in the US for the Sorento plug-in hybrid, and it falls under $50,000 US. And here in Canada, it tops out fully loaded for under $55,000 Canadian.
Well, we've been talking about it. Let's get into it with all the other things you want to know about this in our vital stats.
Let's start with pricing. We'll do Canada first, and then we'll move on to the US. The base model is just under $45,000 Canadian, and the top trim is just over $48,000. In the US, the base trim starts at just under $38,500 US, and the top trim is just under $43,000.
Here's the fuel economy, a combined city and highway rating of 2.8 liters equivalent per 100 kilometers. That's 84 miles per gallon equivalent. When the battery is depleted, the combined fuel economy is 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers or 35 miles per gallon.
This plug-in hybrid has a 7.2 kilowatt onboard charger with a 240 volt outlet. It will take 2 hours to go from 15% to 100%, and with a 120 volt outlet, just over 11 hours. This PHEV does not support DC fast charging. The Sportage Plug-in hybrid qualifies for the Canadian federal rebate of $5,000 and incentives in participating provinces. The Sportage PHEV no longer qualifies for a tax credit up to $7,500 in the US with the new rules in place.
This plug-in can tow 2,000 pounds, and the warranty is 5 years, 100,000 kilometers, or 60,000 miles. So you like the idea of a compact SUV, you want to save money on fuel, what else can you buy with your money?
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the Toyota RAV4 Prime with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, a combined 302 horsepower, and 68 kilometers, 42 miles of EV range. It has a starting price just over $46,000.
The new Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV with a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine and 61 kilometers or 38 miles of EV range. The Canadian pricing has not been announced.
The Hyundai Tucson plug-in hybrid with a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, a combined 261 horsepower, 53 kilometers, 33 miles of range. It has a starting price just over $46,000.
Here's our used car alternative from CanadaDrives.ca. We chose a 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid with just over 21,000 kilometers on the clock for $44,990. Click on the tab or the link in the description below to find more vehicles in this category from CanadaDrives.ca.
So there are 4 fuel-efficient SUVs for you to consider.
Lightning round. 2 things we like, 2 things we like to see improved.
I love the affordable price point of this plug-in hybrid.
I just like all the features you get in this base model.
I would like to see wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the larger touchscreen.
And I would like for them to add a heat pump, but don't raise the price.
Oh my goodness, we want everything.
We want everything.
Yeah.
And we want it yesterday.
Smooth, comfortable, and great fuel economy. Kia, you nailed it.
If you like this idea, go to your dealer and put your name on a list and wait.
This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit CanadaDrives.ca to learn more.